Alright, hello and welcome to Moving Parts Gaming. I am Riley and this is Fallout 1. So last time we cleared out Vault 15, we found a whole lot of guns, a whole lot of armor, a whole lot of ammo, but we did not find the water chip that we were looking for. So now I am back in Shady Sands, ready to take on our next mission. Oh yeah, I forgot before doing the opening that I forgot to sell some of the junk we picked up from the vault, which I just did. The traders, or the people who actually have anything to barter in this town, haven't refreshed their inventory yet. The way the trader inventory works in this game is that I think there's only two merchants in the whole game whose inventories actually reset. But for the most part, merchants' inventories stay static through the whole game, except for, I think it is ammo and caps are the only thing that reset. And you have to come back like every 3 days or something like that. But we haven't had the caps reset with some of these guys yet, so there wasn't a whole lot for me to trade. I think I sold one of the extra handguns and the first aid book for a whole bunch of stim packs and ammo. Did I buy ammo? I forgot what I bought. Let's just say it was ammo. And one other thing. So here's our good friend Curtis. Let's go ahead and talk to Curtis. Hello again. What can I do for you? Nothing, thanks. Oh, I don't think that's Curtis. Are you Curtis? Are you Curtis? Where did Curtis go? Curtis? Let's go talk to the well while I look for Curtis. You see the water supply for Shady Sands? This is too little water to supply your vault. Oh, that's not the same. There's a way to get flavor text for the well that says you don't think you're going to be able to drag it back to the vault. So I don't know why that one was different. Maybe it's just random what you get. And I'm still looking for Curtis. Okay, that's really weird. I'm guessing something broke with Curtis's scripts. But anyways, what you can do, and this is worth a little bit of experience, but what you can do is come talk to Curtis the farmer who's normally hanging out, like in these rows of plants. You wouldn't have to. Okay, no. And if your science is 40 or higher, and my science is 40, when you talk to Curtis about plants, you can tell him that you can inform him about crop rotation. And he'll be very pleased and happy that you did it, and you'll get a small amount of experience for helping improve Shady Sands' crop yields. And that does nothing but give you a little bit of reputation, which is a system that barely exists and barely does anything in this game, and maybe gives you a little bit of experience. Maybe enough to get you from level 1 to level 2 if you did everything else I did in like the first 2 episodes. Like from what we saw in the vault, we're going to have a lot of experience regardless. Okay, so now we're back over at Seth. We went on a bit of a wild Curtis chase, and we tried to sell some of our junk unsuccessfully because there's not really merchants in this town. So let's go ahead and talk to our good buddy Curtis about going to help out their Radscorpion problem. Let's go! The cave mouth beckons you deeper into the lair of the Radscorpions. Let's look around a little bit. This portion of cave wall seems a bit weaker, huh? That's interesting. Right here where the cave narrows a bit, seems like the cave wall's a little bit smaller, and we see some bones. And we can mouse around a little bit and see that there's a few branching pathways. Maybe 6 scorpions in total. It's like a T that has another T that has another T branching off of it. So let's go ahead and run in. Make sure we have the gun equipped. I might want to go and use burst mode because these are slightly larger enemies. And, oh, there's 2 more down here. Or there's 2 down here. So, because the scorpions are big, they're fast, and they hit hard. So I am not going to be doing my normal run at them. then shoot them kind of methods that I do with rats, because I don't want to get close to them at all. I'm going to try to I get their attention from as far away, like from the maximum of their aggro range as possible, then shoot, then take a few steps away because I don't want to give them... Oh god! Because I don't want to give them any chance of hitting me if I can help it, and it looks like Burst blew apart that Scorpion all nice. Yeah, that was another good one. Yeah, let's make sure we're going to want to make sure we raid these bodies for sure. And I'll explain why eventually. And I can use my shift powers to find a few items. We got some 10mm. JHP is jacketed hollow point, so that's standard ammo. The alternative is AP, which is armor piercing. I think, yeah, it should be armor piercing. AP, I was confused about it for a really long time because AP is either armor piercing or anti-personnel. But I'm pretty sure it's armor piercing, and then jacketed hollow point's just normal. Anyways, we grabbed some ammo and we grabbed the Radscorpion tails, because if you remember our conversation with the doctor a few parts ago, he told us that if we can get the tails, he'll be able to make an antidote, which is something we may want to consider doing. Let's see if we can't take a few steps closer and get a shot in. And oh god. You missed and fired a dud shot. Huh. I don't know what that means, but okay. I think that's just part of the critical miss. And I blow it up to pieces. Radscorpion was critically hit for 192 damage, striking through the tough carapace without pausing. I promise we'll get to a point... Oh, go ahead and end combat. We'll get to a point where the explosive death animations are a whole lot less common. But because I'm just trying to... Oh, wrong button. But because I'm just trying to make sure we survive this, we're going to be seeing a lot of them for at least the rest of this cave. So Ian's a lot stronger than I am, so I'm just going to give him all of my extra junk. I don't need the flare, so go ahead. Take that. I'm being careful not to give him anything that might be a weapon. I don't want him trying to use weapons. I don't know, it might be okay to give him. As long as I don't tell him to switch weapons, it should be okay. Am I out of ammo? I'm not going crazy, right? Did we really blow through all of the 9mm ammo that fast? Wow, that was not a lot. That was a whole lot less ammo than I thought it was. Let's go ahead. Ian, I'm going to need those guns back. Let's grab that. That might be useful. I should have plenty of 10mm ammo, and I'm hoping I'm going to have the strength requirement to use the 10mm submachine gun. It has the same stats as the 10mm pistol with a longer clip, but the strength requirement is one more. So I'm not going to be able to use it as proficiently, but at least it has burst fire, so maybe I can do something with that. Maybe we can get a few more explosive death animations for the Scorpions. Go ahead and move up. I don't want to get too close, but at the same time I'm using a gun that... Yeah, that's a lot of red down there. That's a whole lot of red. I'm using a gun that I am really not strong enough to use, which is inviting all kinds of problems. And Ian comes to my rescue, and we take it out without a problem. But I was one turn away from taking a pretty nasty hit there. When I saw Ian reloading, I was kind of worrying for a second, like, that's not a good sign. Ouch. 6 points, okay. The Scorpion gets the initiative, beats my attack command by just a little bit. You know, I keep saying I don't have the strength to use the weapon properly, but I did just blow it away, so... Oh, wrong thing. Am I out of ammo again? Oh, it's using armor piercing. Okay, so you can use the action commands. So when you're in binocular mode with the mouse, remember right mouse clicks change the mode for the mouse. Click and hold to bring up the options. And one of them is to remove the ammo from the gun. And I think I just dropped it. But yeah, I'm going to want to be using the normal everyday ammo, not the expensive rare ammo. Now we're locked and loaded and ready to go. Let's make sure we grab those tails. Those tails are going to be extremely important because we're going to want to make sure we help out the doctor as much as we can. And I hit the A button a little earlier than I needed to, but if it lets me get an extra attack in... Yeah, so far so good. Ian's a little far back, but yeah, most of the Scorpions might want to target Ian instead. I don't think we've aggroed those two. Maybe they're just deaf or something. Oh, no, Ian's definitely pulled them now. So that was a -5 chance for me to hit, so I'm going to need to take a few steps over. 7. I'm going to wait out this turn. Let them move a little closer to me, and Ian hits another one. I'm going to take a few more steps. See if I can't hit him. -1, so I'm just going to wait it off. I don't think he's noticed us yet, but we're still in combat. Maybe Ian can see him. Maybe Ian has like 10 out of 10 on every special, because he's able to shoot 2 or 3 times per turn, and that's pretty special. Yep, we killed the Radscorpion and earned 500 experience for protecting Shady Sands by killing all of the Radscorpions. Now let's go ahead and make sure we loot the last bodies, but I do have something extra special to show you that we can do as part of this quest. And those Scorpion tails are pretty heavy, so I'm going to need to call on Ian's help a decent amount to make sure I can pick up all of them. I think it's like 20 pounds per, yeah, it's 20 pounds per tail. So those are big Scorpion tails. And it's not going to let us go encumbered like a Bethesda RPG would. Like the 3D games would let us go over encumbered, but still kind of walk around. If we hit max weight, we just stop taking in extra items, any more items. And it's going to make a little bit of a menu management difficult. I think the end result's going to be worth it once I'm able to show off what that is. So I'm going to, now that we're at the mouth of the cave, but before we head back, I want to show off a little bit a different way that we could have resolved this quest. So I just dropped a save because this has a tendency of going wrong. But what I'm going to do is go into my inventory, and if you remember from Vault 15, I picked up a nice bit of dynamite, specifically like a time bomb kind of dynamite. Now, we found a portion of the cave that seemed a little bit weaker. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to use the dynamite. I'm going to set the timer for, I don't know, a minute 30. And I just dropped it where I was standing. Ian, get over here. Now, part of the mod is that you immediately drop time bombs once you set the timer. In vanilla, it remains in your inventory. So the first time I tried using dynamite, I set the timer and didn't know, I wasn't that good at this game, and I didn't know how to drop the bomb. So it was just in my inventory, and after a minute or so, it exploded and blew me up. And that was one of the times when I decided to just, oh, did it not? So that was kind of a dud. I think I put it in the wrong place. I'm going to reload the save and try again. I don't think I was standing close enough to the wall. But yeah, like I was saying, messing up with the dynamite was one of the times where I just decided to put the game to the side for a while and not play it because I didn't really understand what was going on. Let's just set it for 30 seconds and hope that I can get away in time. Did I set it right there? I don't think that's in the right spot. Oh, there it is. Okay, so it's a little picky about where it's going to let you put the dynamite. Apparently, right there is fine. Right there isn't. Just something to keep in mind. But what we just did was collapse the mouth of the cave, and this is the alternative method for accomplishing this quest. You basically just seal in the scorpions and kind of leave them to die. In the vanilla game, I think this would be worth maybe 100 or 200 experience, something like that, if you did it after killing all of the scorpions. The Fixt mod makes it so it's 0, which is a little disappointing, but I guess it makes sense. I just showed it off as something to do. But it's an option if you're kind of like a low-level character. You get the most experience by playing the vanilla game, killing all the scorpions, then blowing up the cave. And with the Fixt mod, I believe you get the most experience by just blowing up the entrance up to the cave, because it's close with a slight bonus to blowing up the cave. Blowing up the cave was why I wanted to make sure we hit Vault 15 first before we went to tackle the scorpions. If you do decide to blow up the cave entrance, you don't get the scorpion tails, which I'm going to show can be an extremely lucrative source of caps. But I still wanted to show off that that's an option, and that's a thing that you can do. I also wanted to try it because I've never gotten it to work successfully. It's also one of the few times that we're going to be playing with explosives in this game. And now you see we're back at Shady Sands. It lets us choose where we want to get dropped, or where we want to start off. Brahmin Pen by the gardens, go say hi to Missing Curtis. Or the entrance, let's go ahead and do entrance. Maybe say, I don't think, I've taken damage, I'm poisoned apparently. That's not a big deal. Poison eventually wears off, eventually. I've never thought it was too worth it to try to fix it. Our entire town is grateful to you for destroying the Radscorpions. Thank you. And that was our little thank you dialogue for Seth for killing off all those scorpions. And we don't have any extra conversation with him at this point, and I already cleaned out his cap, so nothing to barter. Thanks, Seth. It's been a lot of fun. But we also had to talk to Erdesh, and we also had to talk to Raslode too, right? About the tales. Let's go ahead and head over to Raslo's house. There's still that peasant. Like every other time I play this game, there isn't a peasant hanging out in here. It's weird. Well, let's go ahead and talk to Raslo. I have a sample of the Radscorpion poison. Can you do something with it? Let me see the sack. Okay, doctor, that's a little bit forward, but let's go ahead and do that. I mean, you are the doctor anyway, so bend over and cough, right? Yes, I can do something with this. You're the doctor, right? Here, take this free sample. It seems to work well against Radscorpion stings, of course, but it shows much potential as a general anti-venom and poison cure. And we got 250 experience for helping to make an anti-venom for the Radscorpion. And there's a peasant standing in the doorway. So let's see if... Oh, and it moved. Okay, that's fine. Come back in the morning. Yeah, that was what I was afraid was going to happen. So let's go ahead and check my inventory real fast. So we traded one sample of Scorpion for one bit of anti-venom, which weighs 1 pound against their 20. So that means I should have carry weight. Okay, so I can grab 3 more, I guess. No, that's adding up. Normally it counts down. That's okay. So I'm just going to bring up the Pit Boy and wait till morning, because I still have a bit to talk with, I still want to talk to Raslo a bit more. So I still have samples, and we're going to fade to black, and it's going to advance the clock a little bit. And we just traded 1 more for more anti-venom. And now I'm just going to keep doing this for every single Scorpion tail we have, because the Scorpion tails they weigh 20 pounds and they're worth maybe 40 caps, maybe 20 caps. I don't remember off the top of my head because it's been a while since I've tried to just sell Scorpion tails. But the anti-venom should be much more valuable. So I'm just going to take all of the tails we have and turn them... no, that's me. Ian, where'd you go? and I'm just going to turn it into anti-venom, and now I'm going to have a whole lot more stuff to sell as we wander further. And like we discussed in the previous part, I think... Come on. But yeah, like I mentioned earlier, our next objective for today is going to be to go talk to the Overseer to give him a bit of a progress report. I'll let him know that Vault 15 was a bust and ask him what we should do next. But I have the feeling that he's going to tell us to go explore some of the other towns a bit more. Like I said, maybe Junktown might be profitable. The hub might be an option as well. Maybe we can see if anyone knows something about more vaults in the area. We're looking for a part that's particular to vaults. There's a lot of traders, or we're going to be looking for a lot more traders, which is going to be commensurate with how I play this game anyways, where I'm just going from trader to trader selling all the junk I happen to pick up. Okay, so it took like 4 days, I think, but we converted all the stingers that we found into anti-venom. Now we have 10 doses of anti-venom. I'm actually going to need one of those back from you, Ian. Excuse me. But now we're going to go ahead and sell those somewhere down the line and make a decent bit of profit. I like to think we also helped out the community immensely, giving them so much anti-venom and a way to cure poisons. So maybe there's something more to it than just being from profiteering. Maybe there's something more to it than just profiteering. But let's go ahead. So this guy down here, we see a pale, sickly man. Hello, I'm sorry, but I'm not feeling too well right now. Please, if you can help find a way to fight the Radscorpions, talk to my brother Seth. This happens to be Seth's brother, who was hit by a Radscorpion, is now sick in bed with Radscorpion poisoning. I forgot what his name is, but what we can do is go ahead and take one of these and use it on him. And we got 400 experience. His name was Jarvis, that was right. So we just cured Jarvis. Let's go ahead and say hi to Jarvis. Thank you so much for helping me. My name is Jarvis. I'm Seth's younger brother. Please, if there's anything you need to know, just ask. Let's barter. Nope. Yeah, it turns out people that were sick in bed on the verge of death don't have a whole lot to sell to you. Thanks, just chatting, just trying to help out the town and get a bit of experience. So let's go say hi to Erdesh real fast.
Things are much more settled now. Raslo has been working on a cure for the Radscorpion poison.
I know. We've been helping him with for like the last 5 days. No, you don't have to worry about what's left of him. I blew him up with dynamite and bullets. Like, there's just chunks of him left. It was gruesome.
Certainly. What do you wish to know?
I don't know.
Town lies south of here, though there is little in the way of visitation.
I feel like we've already gotten all of these answers.
Things are much more settled now. Raslo has been working on a cure for the Radscorpion.
Wait, that just straight up plays. Okay.
With that, we should
God, don't look at his mouth. The animation has not aged well.
Certainly.
Like I was saying, Erdesh looks particularly bad. Like, all the other faces don't look this bad. And he doesn't really have anything. He looks like Deckard Cain from Diablo 2. Yeah, not even close. Okay, thanks. So next stop, the vault. So we decided to head back to our home vault, Vault 13. Maybe they'll let us in this time. And what would you know? They're willing to let us in. So if you remember back from the first part, when I tried to interact with the door, we just got a message from whoever was operating it on the other side saying, oh, it looks like the door is jammed, and you kind of get the sense that the guy's just lying to you. Well, it looks like they fixed the door, and now we can go back inside and say hi and check in. Let them know that we failed our mission, and we all better just heard about some of these places before, but never been in one. Ian, we were just at a vault. Like, we were just in Vault 15, you idiot. Can I open this door? Okay, that was weird. And yeah, this is the hallway that we started in. And I'm just going to go through and take everything that's not nailed down. That was my whole reason for coming here. Ian, move! So for whatever reason, the vault's set up so that their medical bay is on the first floor right next to the front door. I don't understand it, but okay. Oh, and there's the skeleton that we started next to. Either way, let's go ahead and say hi to the medic. What can I do you for? I need some drugs. I'm not authorized to give you any. I have an urgent need of them. Without the drugs, the safety of the vault is in jeopardy. Well, since you put it that way, but don't tell anyone that I let you have these. They are extremely addictive and dangerous to use. Thank you. I don't know what we just got, but yeah, let's go ahead and talk to him some more. Things are going okay. Good. Keep up the good work and let me know if there's anything. And let me know if you need anything. You seem okay to me. Minor wounds will heal with time. Okay, so he was just doing a doctor check. I'm just talking to him to try to exhaust all his options. Oh, yes, here. I found these. Use them when you need a boost. Oh, awesome. So yeah, you can talk to the doctor, and I think there's a speech check associated with it, but you can get some extra drugs. What did you give me? Oh, a super stem. And psycho. And some extra stim packs, I believe. I know you can talk to him. I think it's a once every few days thing to get stim packs from him. In the vanilla game, if you have low enough intelligence, like 3 or lower, you can get an infinite supply of stim packs from him because he feels bad for you. If you're playing the Fixt version, I don't think he gives you extra stim packs. Like, you're on the same timer as everyone else, basically. But yeah, we got a super stem. Nope, not. Oh, there we go. And we got psycho. Psycho is basically amphetamines. Yep, amphetamines. And then an extra powerful healing item. So every drug stronger than stim packs, including mentats, has a positive effect, a chance to addict, and then a withdrawal period after that initial effect wears off. Part of the negative effect for stim packs is actually a little bit of damage. Like just a few points of health damage. And the interesting part of that is that if you watch speedruns of this game, it's pretty common to see people use the... It's the standard layout of the vault. This is what vaults are supposed to look like. I'm just using my shift power to look around, but I'm not thinking I'm going to see an Uzi or anything like that. No hunting rifles in this vault. But yeah, if you watch speedruns of this game, it's not uncommon for them to use a whole lot of super stims on one person because kind of like dropping the dynamite or healing Jarvis. You can use them on other people. And if you use a whole bunch of stim packs super stim packs on one person, and then wait until the withdrawal period, they take all of that damage all at once. So you have a way to force someone to overdose without actually killing them, or without you physically killing them. So we have a few named characters and a few characters with slightly different descriptions, so let's go ahead and talk to a few of these people. I think we're about to stumble upon a quest. Okay, so I'm talking to Lyle. I had to do a little bit of waiting because I guess I arrived at like 4 in the morning, and people don't like to talk to you at 4 in the morning, apparently. But let's go ahead and talk to this named character and see if he has anything to tell me. Hello, Riley. Hello, Lyle. How are you holding up? We're doing all right here, but I hope that you find the water chip soon. Everybody's on edge and we don't have much time. Okay, that's okay. Lyle is part of this person won't barter with me. Well, I guess that makes sense. They wouldn't have caps in the vault. Lyle is part of a later quest, though, that I might be able to find... I came back this way hoping that I would hit the right time. Yeah, I came back here hoping that I'd hit the right time trigger for it. It's 30 days after you leave the vault is when the quest shows up. Kind of like Trouble on the Home Front in Fallout 3. But I think I missed it by like 5 or 6 days. So if I travel to like Shady Sands and back, it will trigger. It's called Find the Water Thief if you want to look it up. I'll see if I can't work it in later. So now we're talking to Cindy. Hello, Riley. Have you found the water chip yet? Not yet. I haven't had much luck. Keep trying. I believe in you. I know you will do everything you can to save us. Okay. Cindy might also be tied to that same Find the Water Thief quest. It's good to see you. How goes your search? Not so good. I knew that there's no hope. I don't think we'll get a new chip in time. I think that some of us should move outside before it's too late. I don't think that's such a good idea. Maybe you should come to one of our meetings. Teresa has some good ideas. We meet in her room on the second level at 5 o'clock each evening. Okay, I'll think about it. So we have the hints of a rebellion brewing in the vault. Well, Teresa's over here. No. Right here? Yeah, you're Teresa. So let's come back and talk to you at 5 along with everyone else. But for the time being, let's go ahead and talk to the Overseer and get his take on it now that we know what's going on. Oh wow, there's a lot more people in here than I remember. But yeah, this was an important part that you kind of miss going into Vault 15. So, like, this much of the vault in Vault 15 was there, right? This part was kind of caved in a bit. Over here was where we got the dynamite. We got some stuff over here. But when we came over here, this whole section was caved in. And this is what it was supposed to look like if it hadn't been caved in. And the water chip would have been somewhere around, like, here. Like, that's the Overseer's terminal right there. You can kind of recognize the Overseer's desk from the 3D Fallout games. He was on a raised platform at this time period, I guess, or at least in these vaults. Yeah, it looks like most of the people hanging around in the control center are unnamed, so they're not going to give us too much. They're not going to mean too much to talk to. But there are people here there are a few points of interest that I want to point out while we're here. So I think the first one's the water guard right here. We can ask him how he's going, or like how have things been lately, what he's doing there. Well, his name is water guard, so he's probably guarding the water. And we can also ask him if we can take some supplies. I think this is a bit of a speech check. You're welcome to take supplies if you need them, since your job is so important. But please don't take too much. We don't have much left. So now we can go inside without a problem and loot some of the containers. I don't think there's a negative side effect. Oh wow, that's a lot of water. I don't think there's a negative side effect if you just take everything. However, I'm not going to do that because that's not very immersive, right? Just taking all of the water. I'll take one because... So the purpose of water in this game is that... Or the way water works, I should say, or hydration works in this game. Oh, no, open it. There we go. I'll take two. While you're wandering around the wasteland, there's a random chance of getting like a dehydration check. And basically what that is that you'll stop on a random tile and you'll go to the map like your character, and it'll just say, "You're very thirsty. You drink some water." If you have water in your inventory. In the vanilla game, you drink every canteen that you have, so it's only worth it to carry one at a time. In the Fixt version, I think they fixed that script so that you only drink one at a time now. So one more reason to get the to mod it once you download it. But if you don't have water in your inventory, you take a little bit of damage from dehydration. Yes, I need some weapons. The Overseer's not authorized me to open the armory and get you more weapons. I'm sorry, I can't help you. Please, but I need them. No, you can't. I think that was a failed speech check. Well, I guess that means there's one person to talk to.
You're back, and in one piece. How goes the search?
Pretty bad, Monster Mash. The search has gone pretty bad.
We've debated this before. You ought to know now, after being out there. You think the rest of us could survive that? Besides, I'd be out of a job. I'm management. It's not like I know how to do anything useful.
Don't give me that sass. Don't say, like, we've had this argument before. That's such an asshole thing to do. Don't talk to me like that. Don't patronize me, I guess is what I should say. I just realized. Yeah, don't patronize me, Monster Mash, you asshole. Also, you can kind of get the first hint that the Overseer's main focus is protecting himself and protecting his own power and his own position. Like, you'd think it wouldn't be hard to get everyone to move to Shady Sands and then everyone would be happy, right? But no, if you do that, the Overseer's out of the job and he really can't do anything else. And he would really hate it if he just had to retire, right? Like, retirement's worse than death for him, I guess.
I know it's got to be tough, but we're counting on you. And we're running out of time. Please keep trying. Well, do you have the chip? We have no time. No. Please, tell me you found the chip. Is there some problem? Do you need more equipment? Is there anything we can do to help? Here, take the last of our ammo and portable healing supplies. We're in trouble. Hurry.
Oh, wow. I didn't know you could do that. So yeah, if you just keep talking to him and bothering him, he'll eventually ask you, like, why are you still here? Why are you still talking to me? And you can say, and he'll even offer, like, so do you need more supplies? And you can say, yeah, I need more supplies. And he'll give you the last of the ammo and portable healing supplies. But do you have anything to this person won't barter with you? That sucks. But I'm guessing we just got a whole lot more stuff. Stuff is my favorite. I don't know the exact numbers, but we did get stuff. Maybe she'll let us into the thing now. I need weapons. No, but I really need them. I wonder if I could force my way in there. I don't know. I'm not going to try. But yeah, let's head over to the library bit of the vault, because there's one more bit of one more thing we can do here. So let's go ahead and bring up our skills, and we're going to want to use science on, I think we can do it on one of the monitors. No? Okay. Okay, that's it. I found it. Okay. So you can use science on the computers, the kind of floor-mounted things, not the wall-mounted monitors. Because this game came out in a time where monitors and computers were really something separate, I guess. You can look at all those nice, sexy CRTs right there. But yeah, as you can see, you spent 6 hours researching any topic that seems important. You feel you have gained vital knowledge that will help you in your travels outside the vault, and you've gained 350 experience. So that was actually a science check, which was why I used science on it. So basically what it does is, or what the check does is that there's two outcomes. You either research stuff and gain a ton of knowledge, or if you fail the check, it says you just kind of surfed the internet for a few hours and didn't gain anything. So luckily we got a decent dump of experience. Now let's go ahead and check the time. Okay, so we kind of missed that by 2 hours. So I'm just going to do some waiting real fast, and so we can do the deal with the rebellion quest while we're here, because that's the other bit of, I don't know what to call it, bit of activity available here. So now you can see all of these guys all these scripts kind of snap into motion, and everyone's going to head to Teresa's room. Right on time, too. Very punctual. It's Teresa. Okay, thank you all for coming again. Is there going to be more talking? Our plans are moving forward still. We are gathering more converters every week. Oh, we're gathering more converts every week. Soon we will have access to the gear we need. I can speed up this text. I should probably do that. The water chip still has not been found. We must move soon. The Overseer cannot oppose such a large group. Be patient. We will only need to wait a few more weeks. Then we will at last be free of the vault and the Overseer. Remember to practice your outdoor skills in the simulators. Be well, everyone. Welcome to our meeting. As you have been picked by the Overseer to go outside, perhaps you can give us some advice before we move to the outdoors as well. Let's go ahead and try to be diplomatic and convince them not to go. Well, considering that you have some experience with the outside, perhaps you'll have some available points to make. I just need a little bit more time to find the water chip, or the outside is too dangerous and hostile. You wouldn't last long. I feel like they could try to debate that last bit, that if they trained hard enough, they could probably last longer. But I'm going to go with, I just need a little bit more time to find the water chip, because that is a true statement that she can't really debate. If you can't give us good reason why we shouldn't leave, then we're not going to wait here and die of water poisoning. Please don't get in our way. I'm sorry, folks, I can't let you do this. Oh, this straight up activates combat. Yeah, we failed super hard. That was a speech check. So, I'm guessing if we just straight up said, like, no, it's too dangerous, that would have gone a lot better, because that's a more relevant point to make in this context. So, we just started combat. We told him, like, no, I'm not going to let you leave. So, like, she hit me first. I think she's unarmed. I see nothing out of the ordinary. She's unhurt. Yep. Teresa was hit for 45 points and was killed. I used the burst to kind of improve the probability of seeing that animation, and we kind of blew Teresa to bits. Was that overkill? Absolutely, but it was interesting. Teresa was hit for... You earned 250 experience for violently disbanding the Vault's revolutionary faction. You gained a level. So there's no way to side with the people who want to live, unfortunately. If you fail the speech check, you can either resolve it... you can either kill Teresa by instigating combat or assassinating her. I don't think you get any experience for assassinating her, and as you can see, we just got a small amount of experience for killing her, and by like telling her, like, no, I'm not going to let you leave. Can I end combat? No one else should be attacking me. Oh, people are attacking me. I just got hit in the face. I just got kicked in the face. Luckily, I have good armor, and these people aren't skilled fighters. But those small hits are adding up. So yeah, I thought you only needed to... Well, you only need to kill Teresa, so I guess assassinating her is one option. But killing her is the trigger to end this quest on the violent side. If you decide not to kill her and just leave, I think it's after 30 days, they just leave, and there's like half as many people in the vault now, and you just fail that quest. The only way to non-violently end the quest in a successful way is to pass that speech check. So very small, short quest, but I thought I could show it off, get a little bit of experience. Maybe that's backfired. Maybe I need to reload. I need to reload for sure, actually. This bar right here is the amount of ammo you have. And I don't have a whole lot of ammo. I'll go easy on this one. Here, oh, I know something I can do. Let's go ahead and do the aimed shot, because I haven't done that yet. Because he's very close, but I'm... Yeah, so this should be like 80s and 90% for most of them, but because this is a gun I'm outstrengthed in, I'm very inaccurate, so I could hit him in the head, or I could hit him in the groin. Let's go groin. Was critically hit in the groin for 15 damage. The pain is too much for him, and he collapses like a rag. He is now unconscious. Well, no, he's just knocked to the floor, I should say. He's not unconscious per se. If I hit him in the head, then there's a good chance... that he would have been knocked out cold. And then Ian just finishes him off. Let's see if there's anything worth taking from them. No. So there's nothing worth taking from him. I think we can go ahead and end combat now. Yeah, okay. So it was only those 4 people that wanted to fight us. There's no reason to kind of try to fight more of them. None of these people should be hostile to us. You don't go in there, don't look in there. You should really just, like, seal this door permanently. Don't ask what happened to Teresa. Teresa's gone. And I'm just going to be going now. I'm just going to head back to Shady Sands. Like, none of this... Well, none of the killing stuff happened. Let's just pretend like none of that killing happened. How do I get out of here? Oh, there it is. Yeah, so let's go ahead and, let's just go. Let's just get out of here. Uh-oh. So I was on my way back to Shady Sands after killing all those people in the vault. Really on the lam, on the run from the law. When I got the Radscorpion anvil encounter. But this time I think I have enough guns to survive it. That wasn't the guy I clicked on. Huh, that was nice. So I missed the guy I was aiming at, but hit the guy next to him and blew him to pieces anyways. Ouch. 3 damage plus poison. And this guy should be extremely injured. Yeah, almost dead, so I'll just use a single shot on him. If I had awareness, I'd be able to see the actual value for his health. Let's go ahead and take a single aimed shot at his brain. Let's hit him in the brain. And he's dead. He is dead. So that was it, I believe. Might as well end my turn by reloading. And that was it for this random encounter, and that's what a random encounter looks like, especially if you have bad outdoor skill. If you have poor luck, you would see these pretty often. If you have poor outdoor skill, you might also see them a decent bit too. Oh yeah, for killing those 4 Radscorpions, we got almost double the amount of experience we got for killing the rebels in the vault. So that whole turn of events was just bad for everyone. But we do have a few more tails, so let's go ahead and grab those and continue heading on our way. Oh, yeah, this is just an encounter saying that I took damage from poison, and now my health is, like, because we've been walking for so long, I've been taking tons of damage from poison, and now my health has dropped dangerously low. So instead of just taking an antidote like a smart person, I'm just going to burn 1 stim pack. And I'm back to most health, so that should be perfectly fine. Nothing to worry about. And it doesn't matter which direction you run off the map to go back into travel mode. And let's continue on to Shady Sands. Okay, so I went ahead and turned those few tails we got from killing the scorpions back or I turned them into antidote. So now between Ian and myself, we have 13 doses of antidote, and not counting the one we gave to save Jarvis either. I have a level, now that I'm level 4, just hit C to bring up the character sheet. This is level 4, so I'm not getting a perk, but I can go ahead and spend a few skill points. Let's see, I'm almost at 7,000, so 3,000 to my next level up, so that's maybe a few quests. So I can go ahead and get guns to 100 now. I don't know, I'll put a few points into guns, put a few points into first aid, and a few into speech. Yeah, it looks like I have just enough points to get my tagged skills to 100, and then boost my small guns just a little bit above 100. I'm going to have to think about it a little bit, what I want to put my points into next. We are going to need to do a little bit of lock picking and a little bit of detecting traps pretty soon. Our science is okay. I can't remember where repair comes in. We have a while before where the biggest repair check comes in. Maybe we'll put it a little bit into barter, but I'm going to keep putting points into small guns because only combat skills really get a bonus. So that's the level. We've only killed 2 people. Okay, 2 men, 2 women, 14 Radscorpions, and 75 rats, so that's a lot. Karma, we have a decent amount of karma. And then just 1 perk, so I think we've made a decent amount of progress today. What have we done? We saved the town from Radscorpions. We killed a few people in the vault, but let's put that behind us and keep moving forward. We killed a few of our friends and family in Vault 13. But let's just keep going forward. I'm back in the longhouse of Shady Sands, but it doesn't look as crowded as it normally does. Let's talk to Aradesh and see if something's up.
Thank goodness you came. I am in desperate need of assistance. My daughter Tandy is missing. I do not know what to do.
Your daughter Tandy is missing, and I knew it. Tandy is Aradesh's daughter. I knew it. Yeah, that was something I checked in editing afterwards. So editing me, I'm just going to use editing Riley to go out and fix any mistakes I make while I'm talking. If I don't catch them, while I'm talking, I'll go ahead and use text to add it in later. Have you tried to save her?
Already 3 patrols have gone out to look, but none returned.
3's a lot of patrols. You've killed... Okay. That's what, probably 6 people? Between 6 and 9 people. So...
Seth and I believe one of the Raider clans is responsible. Retribution for our resistance to them. Take this spear. It was found where my daughter was last seen. Please, talk to Seth. He knows much about these raiders. And Godspeed, Wanderer.
Okay, so we came back to Shady Sands a few days after killing off the scorpions, and Aradesh tells us that Tandy, the cool young woman we met earlier, has been kidnapped by raiders, and he's killed a lot of his own people trying to get one person back. Aradesh is definitely not a good leader, I'm starting to think. Not as bad as Monster Mash Vault Overseer. That guy's terrible, as we found out. But yeah, it looks like Tandy was kidnapped, and she was taken to the raider camp just a bit to the south. That's going to be a pretty big battle. The raiders are very well equipped. There's a whole lot of guns over there. But I think that's the perfect place to pick up next time. So thanks for watching. I'm Riley. This has been Moving Parts Gaming. And I hope to catch you next time.